But what clocks do we even have? What do you have on clocks? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Black fuel clock. Nothing terribly good. Oh, we will decide later what we do with that. Wait. Wrong character. This gives me spell resistance, which is insane. Well, no, it's not insane, but it's very good to have. Especially when you're in the thick of battle. Thicket battle. Don't think he offers anything new. Nope. Oh. Alright, where are they? Oh, Tristan. Wait, where's Rack? You've come. Tristan tilts his head to the side and remains silent. You notice he's holding something in his hands. It's so strange. I don't know if I should be glad or frightened. Anyway, thank you for finding some time for me. You forced me. Tristan turns his head. If it weren't for his blind eyes, you would imagine he's looking into the distance. Since you freed me from Nerissa's power, I've had to think. I've had time to think. What? Okay. About what happened to me and what Nerissa did to me. What she truly did. Alright. When I found myself here without my wings in a mortal body, I was terrified. I believed everything she told me. Or I believed it was she who'd stolen my freedom. At least I discovered that Nerissa had lied to me, and ever since I've sought a way to regain Serena's gifts. Do you know what I realized? That you don't need her gifts? No one is capable of taking the Diva's gift, granted by its creator. Tristan's voice is barely audible. No one except for the Dawn Flora herself. Though she made you mortal. So you were made mortal by Serene herself. Tristan nods. I found no other explanation for what happened to me. Nerissa's power is great, but not so great as to turn angels into mortals. I want to know if the way back to Serene is open for me. I spent endless hours in prayers, asking for but one thing, a sign, a vision, a portent, a single word. And all I got in return was silence. Maybe I'm the sign. Maybe you were supposed to help me and that's... You're probably sent to help me. Tristan smiles crookedly, hiding a grieving grimace. I want so badly to do something extraordinary. And it appears that I succeeded. I felt so low that even my most merciful lady couldn't forgive me for my sins. Wait, one second. Alright, I was getting distracted by my dogs randomly barking. But the goddess still grants your spells. Yeah, but the goddess still grants your spells. Yes, perhaps this weak hope is the only thing that keeps me from losing my mind to despair. Or is this meager pittance but an eternal reminder of what I've lost? Tristan stops. No, my merciful lady may be strict, but she's not capable of such unforgiving sanction. Tristan straightens herself. Anyway, I didn't ask you to come to listen to me whining. I do not wish that my mortal deeds will end at deception and betrayal. That cost me so much. Tristan shows you his hands. You see a crumbled leaflet, one of the invitations for the kingdom of the cleansed. I wish to put an end to at least one evil that Nerissa spawned. I'm asking for you to help in this. These cleansed simply will not rest. It's strange actually. The goddess who demanded your death was Nerissa. After the kingdom failed in its mission, she broke all ties with the first faithful. Yet still his followers seek your death. Do they actually hope to return to her favor? What are you going to do when you find the kingdom and the first faithful? Tristan's forehead, a moment ago creased and worried, becomes smooth. His voice grows tranquil. Consider me naive, but I still believe even the blackest soul can find repentance. I would try to find it even in the darkest souls of the cleansed. I would not deny anyone of saving grace. Maybe you can finally tell me who the first faithful is, and what is the kingdom of the cleansed. I only know what I could overhear, or what Nerissa boasted to me. The one called the first faithful is a former priest of Aristel named Rufgard. When the bloom came to his village, he lost his faith. Aristel didn't protect his congregation, and Rufgard was stripped of his position. After this, he set off for the Temple of the Elk to pray to his god one last time. If he didn't answer, to throw curses in the face of his idol. Like so many others, Rufgard was fooled by Nerissa. She pretended to be the goddess of these lands, told Rufgard of the curse of the king, and promised him untold gifts in return for the death of this ruler. It was she who invented the name of this new cult, devoted to herself, and made Rufgard its high priest. She knew just how to flatter him in his moment of weakness and despair, and he, in his turn, did everything he could to draw his former congregation into the vile cult. It's such a sad song, I love it. Where do we start? A faint smile appears on Tristan's face. I knew I could trust you and ask for your help. Thank you. I've heard that the cultists of the kingdom have been sighted once again, but now they no longer shout their slogans in broad daylight. No, they crawl from their lairs under cover of darkness to abduct people for sacrifice. At least that's what is being said. Should return to their temple without walls, where they once held their rituals. Of course, the first faithful is not so foolish as to return to the scene of his crime. Perhaps another one of the cleansed has visited this meeting place. Held rituals. Remember the past. God knows what else. If we're lucky, we might find something there. Alright, let's do that. Rek and Octavia just hiding up here, huh? Rek stands beneath a tree, gloomily looking down on the city below. Ah, there you are. Well, we found my tribe. Now we just have to go have ourselves a friendly chat. The half-orc clenches his fists. And what about Octavia? You learn anything about her family? We did. Turns out she's... Stop. No, I'm shutting up. That's her news to tell you. How did you end up figuring it all out? Oh, that's another story entirely. We looked through Janusz' book for a while. Found where he bought us from, room who helped him. We got all we could from them. But checking up on the information would have been meant traveling all across Numeria and half of the river kingdoms. As you might recall, it wasn't exactly quite here at the time. Not that it ever is, right? But you know, we'd never leave you to clean a mess like that yourself. We ended up hiring a pretty brave crew, headed by a good scout. Can't do everything ourselves, right? They pulled some strings, followed some leads, and figured everything out for us. Well, almost everything. The most important parts, Octavia and I will find out for ourselves when we pay our family a visit. Are you looking for revenge? Not sure what I want yet. Maybe not. Might be enough just looking at these freaks to be sure nature's punishment them well enough without me. I'm really just looking for some closure, that's all. So who's your tribe? The sewer rats. Wait, no, that's not it. The crab lice? The threadbare moles? Man, I just can't seem to remember. Oh, right, the dung pigs. That gives you a loop-sided grin. Fine. They call them the sharp fangs. For good reason. Rek grins, displaying his teeth. Smaller than an ox, but still large and sharp. They have kids with ox to strengthen their blood. Not bad, huh? They breed themselves like pedigree cattle. So I've already been saw twice. First by my oxo of a mother who took some gold to push me and my brother out, never to see us again. Brother! Then my father chose which of us to keep and which to sell to the slavers. Treated like an animal my whole life. I'm surprised I'm not barking on all fours. But we can still try. They tried to turn you into an animal, but you kept your humanity. That's something to be proud of. You don't bark though, you go straight for the throat. Everyone who helped make you an animal will regret it bitterly. No. Ha, true. You just can't break wreck. Alright, let's go meet your tribe. He doesn't even say a farewell, he just left. Octavia pensively fills with a small metal trinket while she waits. Takes a moment to notice you as you approach. Oh, hi. Seems we haven't been properly introduced. Allow me. Octavia della Fioni. Heir to a noble title. A family manor, even a coat of arms with a motto. She's like a princess, kinda. Well, she does definitely look like one. With a sad smile, Octavia shows you the trinket she was playing with. It's a fibula, decorated with a coat of arms, a butterfly and an arrow. At the bottom you see the motto, serve solely my conscience. What about Rek? Did you learn anything of his past? Yes, but he will tell you everything himself. So you're from a noble family. I could hardly believe it myself, but there's no doubt. I'm the missing daughter of Marchionne della Fioni. Missing? That's what they are calling it. How did you discover all this? It took a lot of work. So going through Janus' ledger, not only did we find information about our purchase, we found a wealth of other data as well. Connections, suppliers, meeting places. But tracking it all down ourselves would have required crossing half of the... Okay, we know that. So we did the boring but practical thing. Like King's other encouraged might do. Hired a team of sluths to follow the trail. Found everything. Who brought us, who we've been sold to, and where we are from. Finding my family was relatively easy. The Marchionne was already looking for me herself. I just needed to put a few pieces together to realize I was the missing heir of the Della Fioni family. On the other hand, Rackstripe had to be found with a looking glass. It's no matter, we certainly paid them well for their troubles. Do you know where to find your family? There isn't one really. The Della Fioni family was reigning before he was born. My mother's the last one. She's living in Pitax, a small townhouse. I'm going to pay her a visit, and I'd like you to accompany me. Fine. Oh, as you wish, Your Excellency. It would be an honor to serve you on this excursion. Octavia looks at you, confusion written across her face. First she seems a little offended, but a moment later she's bent in half with laughter. Excellency, oh